I'm Keisha Danois, and I'm currently a student at MVCC, and I'm also a Strengths Ambassador. So my number 3 strength is significance, and I really don't resonate too much with it, but then again, I do only when it comes to work, because I get placed on a lot of teams with people who don't take the work so serious. And with significance and it being my 3rd strength, I do take it seriously. I use it a lot, especially when I'm at work, to, have my work be ethical, have my work stand up, because it's a reflection of me and what I do. I don't like for my work to look messy or sloppy or anything. I love for it to resonate and be presentable. I like to get it done in my first try, so I try to execute it in the first time I do things. Doesn't always get done. Most of the time it does, but significance, I didn't know anything about strengths until I came to MVCC and took the CliftonStrengths assessment test. And when I saw that it was my number 3, I was like, no, this can't be. Don't really, resonate too well with it. But then after working as a Strengths Ambassador, I started seeing that, yes, I do use significance a lot. I do like for my work to stand up for herself. I'm not always running it to the boss or anything like that. I just want it to be presentable and decent, and to also be a reflection of me. I like to be presentable and look a certain way, and I like my work and anything associated with me to look and be presentable in a certain way. So when you have significance, you have to tap into it on how you're going to use it and how you're going to present it. It really sticks out for me when I'm at work or when I'm in school and I'm turning in my work for a professor. It really resonates for me. I don't like my work looking sloppy. I don't like my work looking all over the place or everything. I like it to be, coordinated properly, to look very presentable. And I know I keep saying looks very presentable and everything, but it's a reflection of me, and I'm dressed decent and I dress, very nicely. So I want my work to look like me. So if I'm not there, at least it can show and be presented the way I would be presented, very well groomed. So I want my work to be very well groomed. Significance to me always comes up when it's time for me to work. When it's time for me to put in that work, I always go back to my significance. So if you have significance in your top 5, you might use it every day. For me, anytime I'm at work or I'm doing my work, significance is always my top when I sit down to do it, because I'll write a rough draft and it can be sloppy, but then after I finish that rough draft, everything has to be coordinated. I really look at the details of everything. It's not wanting it, always correct. It's okay to have an error, but it's definitely in the presentation of it. It has to be presentable. So significance for me, I resonated with well grooming, well presentable. I will never turn it work in that's not up to my standards. If it's not up to my standards, I'm not presenting it. I'm not turning it in. I need it to be sufficient in a certain way. It's with everything I do. Significance at work always comes forth. So in cooking, in working, homework, schoolwork, or regular work, that's when my significance comes up a lot and resonates a lot with me. So again, I'm Keisha, and my strength was significance, and that's all I have for you today. Thank you.